Texas leaders are exploring the idea of expanding the state's nuclear power industry. Today, the Public Utility Commission released a report with the next steps. Among its recommendations is creating an advanced nuclear authority to manage funding and oversee nuclear incentive programs. Another is to establish an outreach program to educate the public on nuclear power. Here to give us some insight now is Dr. Ben Ranke with the nuclear energy company X-Energy. Dr. Ranke, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it too.
Thanks so much. I'm coming to you today from the Texas Nuclear Summit in downtown Austin, which is put on by the Texas Nuclear Alliance.
Well, how apropos then for our conversation. So first, what do you think stands in the way of nuclear power expanding its reach in Texas?
It's a great question, and I think the opportunity is vast here in Texas. As you know, Texas has a tremendous amount of energy capacity today, and quite a bit will come offline. We at X-Energy are actually putting our first project online here in Texas in partnership with Dow Chemical. We're deploying in Seadrift, Texas, near Victoria, and that project will be coming online in the early 2030s. We're very bullish on the opportunity in Texas. And I think what the governor is contemplating for the legislative session are a number of policies that would potentially accelerate the deployment of nuclear and the building of the industry here in Texas so that Texans can take advantage of the growth market opportunity, not only here, but growing around the world.
And when we're looking at different kinds of energy that the state could potentially use, how reliable is nuclear and how does the cost compare?
It's a great question as well. Nuclear today is the most reliable source of power on the market. When we look at this terminology, we refer to it as a capacity factor, and nuclear achieves greater than 90% reliability. Many of the other technologies that are out there provide reliability in the form of 20 to 30% power, some in the 40 to 50% range, but nuclear really stands out among the subset. Beyond that, the new technologies that are under development will likely achieve even higher reliability. So our first two big customers, Dow Chemical and Amazon, require what we call 5 nines reliability. That means 99.999% reliable power and or steam. And in our case, because our reactors can online refuel, they don't shut down for an outage like today's reactors do. So with tying these reactors together, we're able to achieve a higher level of reliability than even the industry has achieved in the past.
Now, some people do have concerns about the safety of using nuclear energy given disasters that have happened in the past. What should happen to make sure that those sources are even safer?
That is the question, I think, on top of everyone's mind. It should be noted that today's reactors are, in fact, extremely safe. Those incidents you've mentioned are the key standout bad moments in the history of the industry. But when you look at safety records of nuclear power plants here and abroad, they always stand out at the safest end of the curve of all power generation types. With that, though, the industry has been innovating to bring even safer reactor designs to market. And a key role in this is the oversight of the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. That independent body has to verify the safety case of these reactors before they ever turn on. And we work through a very rigorous process that stands above any other regulatory process to ensure the safety of these reactors. A reactor technology like ours at X-Energy is called the XE100, and it relies on the type of fuel that's referred to as TRISO-X. That's our own version of this fuel. And TRISO-X is an extremely robust fuel form. It's in the form of a pebble that's made with very high temperature tolerant ceramics. And that means that this fuel, under no accident scenario, can ever melt down inside the reactor. And with a safety case like that, you design the reactors from the fuel on the inside out, and you have a simplified design that is in fact safer than what the industry has even achieved to date.
Very fascinating to have this conversation today, especially given where you are at the summit at the moment. But Dr. Ben Ranke, we will leave our conversation there. Thanks as always for joining us.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.